full of whispers, alibis thin. Two sharp-eyed sleuths say, all right, who sinned? Has tipped low, clues fall in line. They read between the lines, right on time. Grim starts sweating when the squad rolls through. Every story tested, most don't stand up to prove. So grab your fedora, jump right in. True Crime Squad's on, and the trouble begins. Join the super squad, bonus laughs, deeper clues. Same sharp sleuths, just extra clues.
Hey everybody, welcome to the True Crime Squad. This is Kristi Brower, here with my sister, co-host, and partner in crime, Katie Weaver.
Well,
Hey,
by
Katie.
God. Well, it has been a day, huh? So, I mean, obviously we had
It has been a day.
yeah, we had opening statements today, or closing, sorry. We had a mistrial attempt that was really something.
We did.
And the jury went to deliberate. And they're back. They're already back.
I mean, it's gotta be guilty on all counts, right? I mean, that's the only thing that wouldn't take a lot of discussion.
Yeah.
It's almost exactly 3 hours of deliberation. It was like 2 hours and 57 minutes or something like that.
I mean, statistically, like somebody in the chat said, and that's what everyone else is saying too, and I agree. Statistically, a really fast verdict like this, it's usually a clean sweep.
Because it's 5 counts. There's no way they had to go through each one and debate them. They went through and got real quick with the fact that they were all on the same page, I think. Yeah. 2 hours and 56 minutes.
So they're saying they'll be back at 6:20. That's a real loose 6:20. This never happens on time because everybody's got to get back to the courtroom and stuff. But here we are.
Well, and the judge is always he's very optimistic about how long things are going to take.
He
has
is.
been this whole trial.
Yes, he has.
Well, a lot happened today, but several of you have been asking, and I think maybe this is what we ought to show you. Yep, there's 8 jurors.
Yeah, in Utah they only have 8
women.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see. So there was a request for a mistrial after the prosecution's opener or closer this morning. This was pretty interesting, and it had a lot of us scratching our heads and also laughing because we've been watching Kouri's face this entire time. So I think that's what we ought to do. Let's watch it. I've got it right here. Let's watch it. And then, of course, if they start coming back for the verdict, we'll break in. But let's watch this because this was quite something.
All right, we're back on the record in 231-500-139. Counsel for state and the defendant are present. The defendant is present as well. Counsel, this is what I propose. Let me give you a ruling regarding defendant's motion for mistrial. Then I'd propose I give the jury the curative instruction related to evidence of defendant's demeanor. Then I'd propose we take a lunch break, Ms. Lewis, so we're not interrupting your closing.
I agree with that.
Okay. Any objection, Mr. Bloodworth?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. The issue before the court is a motion for mistrial and request for curative instruction in the alternative made by defendant on the record this morning. The motion for mistrial is based upon several comments made by Mr. Bloodworth in the state's initial opening that in defendant's view are so improper as to require a mistrial. The court will address defendant's arguments one at a time. First, the defendant argues that Mr. Bloodworth's reference to Chelsea Barney using the phrase Black Widow during a recorded telephone conversation that was played for the jury, though Chelsea Barney's comment was not admitted for its truth, improperly compares defendant to some kind of terrible insect. The court listened to the comment in real time during the state's opening. That is not a fair characterization. Rather, it was a rhetorical flourish by Mr. Bloodworth comparing comments by one witness or the defendant herself to her becoming a widow to Chelsea Barney, referring to her being referred to or considered as a black widow. It's not a reference to an insect. Rather, it's a reference to, in the court's view of Chelsea Barney's comment, a spouse that kills another spouse. There's nothing so improper or improper at all about that comparison, which has a factual foundation in Chelsea Barney's statements that were played for the jury as to support a request for mistrial or require any other relief. Moreover, the defendant requests a mistrial based upon, in defendant's view, Mr. Bloodworth characterizing Ms. Richins as a narcissist. Defendant argues that that is unsupported and improper expert testimony from counsel that has no basis in the evidence. The actual phrase used by Mr. Bloodworth was a narcissistic injury in relation to Ms. Richins' hearing from Brooke Carrington when she testified that, in the state's view, defendants' appearances of wealth and success were not accurate. That is permissible line of advocacy during closing argument. It is not testifying in any way by Mr. Bloodworth. It is not otherwise prejudicial or unfairly prejudicial. With respect to Mr. Bloodworth's argument related to defendant's demeanor, the court determines that in an abundance of caution it is appropriate to instruct the jury that they may consider their observations of defendant's demeanor in the courtroom, if any, but they may not consider counsel's statements regarding counsel's observations of defendant's demeanor, as counsel's statements and counsel's observations are not evidence. Moreover, the court notes that Mr. Bloodworth did not comment on Ms. Richins' silence or in other way otherwise implicate her protected right to choose not to testify. Mr. Bloodworth's statements regarding what the state believes it has proven regarding defendant's state of mind at various points in time is permissible advocacy based upon evidence in the record, and defendant's counsel will have ample opportunity to try to persuade the jury to draw different inferences from that same evidence regarding defendant's state of mind. There's no basis for a mistrial there. And regarding any misstatement by Mr. Bloodworth in his initial comments regarding count one that may have created confusion as to whether the state needed to show that regardless of her intent to purchase, secure, or otherwise administer fentanyl, all the state needs to show is that Kouri Richins intended to purchase, secure, and administer poison, and that it happened to contain fentanyl. That was, on the one hand, borne out in detail through the rest of the state's initial closing, and the court expects will be borne out in detail through defendant's closing and the state's rebuttal. The court determines that no curative instruction is necessary on that point at this time. Mr. Bloodworth, any clarification?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Nestor?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Are we ready for the jury, Mr. Bloodworth?
Okay, so that is actually that's his ruling. I wanted to make sure you got to hear it because I don't know exactly what's going to happen. But now we'll go to the actual argument that they made, because I think you should hear it, because I just don't know about this defense, friends. I just don't know. But we'll listen to the first part. But yeah, the judge was like, no.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Lewis?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can we bring the jury, please?
And Your Honor, I'm sorry to interrupt. My screen is still active, but I don't want anything to accidentally pop up during defense's close.
First, a quick instruction. You may consider your
Maybe I don't actually have that. I
observations
thought
of
I did, but-
defendant's demeanor during trial, but you may not consider counsel's
the
statements
curative.
regarding counsel's
This is the curative.
observations of defendant's demeanor because counsel's statements are not evidence. We're going to break now for lunch so that we do not interrupt defendant's counsel's.
Well, I do have a piece of evidence that the state showed to the jury in their presentation that I think will help. And that's this right here.
Right there.
Yeah. And obviously, you know, he wasn't calling her an actual spider, an actual black widow. And I
love
think this
this judge.
proves it.
The way he took it so literally and just covered all the bases. They were not calling her a spider. And don't you remember Chelsea was like, well, right, this is crazy. It's not like you're some black widow.
Right.
Except, well, yeah, you are.
So here she's. Apparently, she is in fact a spider, and this is what we've learned. Yeah.
This was new for me. We do have a couple of other things to share with you as we're waiting here. What the irony of this that just blew me away was the fact that the defense seems to be so unaware of Kouri's face and her reactions.
Yes.
Like, what? You're not aware of what the rest of the world and the jury are
come
seeing?
on. They're
on her
clearly looking at
face?
stuff on the internet because they've made adjustments throughout this trial. I
Yeah.
mean, she's the one who said today to the jury, Lewis did, when I
Yeah.
asked Carmen about her learning disability and addictions, I was not being mean to her. Why would she
Right.
say that except for that everyone on the internet has accused her of being mean to Carmen?
Right. Yeah. Everybody on the internet is like, you are a bitch.
Why did Ramos calm it down? Because everyone on the internet was like, holy shit, I didn't know I was at a Broadway show, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they've definitely been listening to public opinion, which maybe is good, maybe isn't, but they've been getting some feedback somewhere, obviously, but absolutely no thought on how Kouri's face has been facing this whole time. And then in closing, the state mentions it and her demeanor in this trial, and then suddenly
Yeah.
they need a mistrial for that. My goodness.
Right.
But you know, they already had complained to the judge about his face.
Yeah. About the prosecutor's face. That he
Mhm.
was making faces at the jury.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what the prosecutor's doing. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
This was wild. This was very wild. And that they wanted a mistrial over
Yes.
it was also
Well, when the judge
quite
was like,
something.
she wanted a curative instruction, but then she said the rest of it just doesn't seem to be a cure for it, so I think the whole thing has to be thrown out.
Yeah.
Whole closing
Oh,
is
we
out.
better just throw it all out.
The judge is like, excuse me? What?
Yeah. The judge is like, not in a million fucking years are we doing that.
The other thing that got me, the state had a really good multimedia presentation. It was awesome.
So good.
And the defense was just like, and another thing. We didn't like this. She actually said to the jury, did you notice that the state didn't discuss the investigation at all? He literally spent 2 hours laying out every single
did.
piece of evidence. If that's not the investigation, Lewis, what the hell is?
Right? I mean, yeah, that was just asinine, frankly.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I
Yeah,
have, and I will put it up where I'll put it up everywhere. I have a video. Well, I'm going to put the whole thing up on the Trials channel if you want to watch it, if you haven't seen it and you don't want to have to like speed through. But one of the things that I thought was one of the very best things they did is his commentary on the 911 call with the count of how
Mhm.
long they've been on this call and Kouri still hasn't started CPR.
Yep.
And then I have another video from the rebuttal, and I'll put it up too. And the rebuttal is, this kills me. This was so good. Bloodworth put up the wag the dog.
Walk the dog.
Oh, or yeah, walk the dog letter. And he went through and he read what it said and then what she was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
She said this, but what she was really doing or thinking is this. It was so good.
Oh, he filled in the gaps of the walk to the dog letter. I was so surprised they didn't try to object again during that. Lewis did try to object during the initial closing, and she didn't even get all the words out of her mouth. And the judge said, "Objection. Please have a seat." Like he was not doing it.
Overruled. Please have a seat.
Oh, yeah, overruled. Yeah. I feel like every time, with every trial, as soon as we hear the verdict is in, my brains scramble. And we've got all this technical stuff that we're trying to run to do our streams and everything. And my brain isn't keeping up because there's a lot of like weird adrenaline in this, which is a little crazy considering. But here we are.
It's true, though. Like, it's a lot.
But this does seem like a good time for the defense's statement. Right before we see them get their asses whooped.
Yeah, I've got this right here. This, are you fucking kidding me right now? Look at this. Statement from Wendy Lewis, Kathy Nestor, and Alex Ramos, attorneys for Kouri Richins. After 3 weeks of testimony and closing arguments, this case is finally where it belongs, in the hands of the jury. We are grateful to the jurors for the seriousness and care they have shown this trial. They have listened closely to every witness and every piece of evidence, and we respect the responsibility they now carry. For nearly 3 years, the public has heard accusations about Kouri. Those accusations created a narrative that spread far beyond this courtroom. But in court, accusations are not enough. The law requires proof. After 3 weeks of testimony, the prosecution has failed to prove its case. The standard in this country is proof beyond a reasonable doubt. That burden has not been met. Kouri has maintained her innocence from the very beginning. Over the past several weeks, the jury has had the opportunity to hear the full evidence, not the headlines, not the speculation, but the facts. We believe in the jury system and we trust the process. Kouri should finally be able to go home to her 3 young boys and begin building her life. They released that today after the jury went out.
Is it just me, or
to deliberate?
Do they usually wait to make statements like this until after the verdict? That's my understanding. I think I do. I agree, Paula. This seems slightly unethical to throw this out. I don't know. I feel like I've not seen this in the past, that it's usually after the verdict before any kind of statement comes out.
Yeah.
And then it's like, thanks to the jury, and we're going to appeal this to high heaven or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah. Yes, another gem that came out. Thank you, Joanne. That was one that really hit me too.
Yes.
They can tell from the report from Kouri's phone that she was in fact not on speakerphone during any of the 911 call. You know, when she keeps, are you on speakerphone? Yeah, I'm on speakerphone. You know, are you doing CPR? Yes, I'm doing CPR. She never even put it on speakerphone. You can't do CPR if you're not on speakerphone.
Yep.
You can't hold your phone to your ear and do CPR. Insane.
Yep. Well, and they asked her specifically if she was on speakerphone, and she said she was. I mean, just more lies from Kouri.
More lies. I wanted to show you this, though, because, you know, I've been obsessed with the quetiapine. Because this whole quetiapine thing, that they did bring it in today in the closing, which I'm very glad. I still don't think they brought it in enough about what Kouri did. But this is an image of Kouri's medications that were in the bathroom. The quetiapine, though I cannot read the milligrams, the directions say take a quarter of a pill at night for sleep. So she did, in fact, have a prescription for quetiapine for sleep. We don't know for sure how much she gave Eric.
Yeah.
But we know she gave him some.
Yeah.
Because that was in his system. So not only did he have the fentanyl, the alcohol, but he also had an extremely sedating antipsychotic medication that, when mixed with alcohol and fentanyl, this is the kind of medication that can cause something called CNS, which is central nervous system suppression. In combination with the fentanyl that suppresses breathing, like,
Right.
it
was
does appear
curtains
that
for
Eric died really
so
fast.
So
And
fast.
I think you can see why with this cocktail.
Yeah.
Yeah, the phones have been excellent witnesses today, as they always are.
Mm-hmm.
We all need to learn from this.
Yeah.
Your phone
Now,
will snitch upon you, whether you know it or not.
for sure. Now the defense did have a rousing slideshow. They had a few pictures to show that I think made a big impact. I mean,
Good
first
Lord.
we have this situation with that I think was supposed to illustrate a grieving mother or a grieving
Yes.
wife.
Because they showed a grieving woman, I think.
Yes.
Because they
Women
showed
grieving.
Kouri in a crowd, in a sitting on the floor with her knees up kind of position,
Yes.
saying that was just a grieving woman.
Yes. And then we have the get out of jail free card from Monopoly, obviously.
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm not even sure what this is. I must have missed that. I don't know.
I can't.
But as far as a multimedia display, I just
Oh, I think this is the cops making a plan with Carmen to frame Kouri.
Oh, okay.
It's
Well,
not. It's actually a what's that artist's name?
I know. I could tell you until I looked at it. Now I
Yeah.
can't remember. Our mother loved this artist.
Yes. Anyway, it's a famous
Yeah.
old artist.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That
Yep, that was Lewis grabbing Getty images over the lunch break. That is 100% true.
right. They were like, "Oh, we didn't know they were going to do something with the computers." Yeah.
Right. Well, the comparison between the two multimedia, holy shit. Yeah.
I'm
one step
assuming it
above
was
clip art.
Scott, but whoever put that together, 2 thumbs way up.
Norman Rockefeller. I knew it was Rockefeller, but I couldn't think of his first name.
Rockwell.
Rockwell.
Norman Rockwell.
You're right. Norman Rockwell. That's what that is.
Good job. Look
Norman
at these girls
Rockwell
over here.
painting.
You know they have thyroids. I can tell.
Good job. They do have thyroids.
Mhm.
Although they're old enough to know who Norman Rockwell is, because that's an old artist.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That maybe younger folks on the jury would not recognize.
Maybe.
Yep, two mustache twirls up. I know. I feel like we need a sticker for Scott.
She's an idiot when it comes to technology. We were talking earlier in
She
the
is.
in the live stream on True Crime Squad Trials about how many times we've had to sing ourselves the John Pryor song during this trial.
Oh my goodness, right? There have been some real comparisons. How about this right here?
I'm an idiot when it comes to electronics. I'm an idiot when it comes to electronics. I'm an idiot when it comes to electronics. I'm an idiot.
Yes, that.
That
They
right
really
there.
should have. Ramos could have done a good job.
I know. Yeah, right. Ramos, obviously younger, much more savvy. I don't know. There's a list of like 1,000 things that I cannot understand why this defense did what they did.
Mhm.
But I mean, here we are. It's Kouri's defense. So they did what Kouri wanted them to do.
If John Pryor and Mark Means created a law school, Paula says. Yeah. So anyone who's just showing up or just getting here, just know, yes, the verdict is in. Any second now we'll be going live in the courtroom, or well, yeah. Well, we will. Yes.
Yes.
I believe Pryor is still doing law. Yeah.
Yeah, we do need a sticker for Scott. We'll have to come up with a cute one. Also, Jackie says if John Pryor and Lewis had a baby, it would be Papyrus. You win the internet, Jackie. That's excellent. Yes.
It's true. It's a great sign. Yeah. to come
Oh
back
yeah,
this
when she
fast.
pulled out the binders. Oh boy. Yeah. Right? I know. We've all been waiting for Judge Mrazek's head to appear
Yeah.
there in front of the seal, the Utah seal, because we've all seen that many, many times in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Right. I know. Yes. Same attorney representing Tyler Robinson. She's one of 3 representing Tyler Robinson, but I
Is
know.
she the lead on Tyler Robinson? Any idea?
I am not sure.
I thought
honestly.
she was, but now I'm not sure. See, Bryce's pants has showed up right in our chat, so what an honor. I was just hoping that Kouri's Black Widow would show up too, but no such luck.
Yeah. We haven't seen that, but when the judge explained that it was not the prosecution calling Kouri a terrible spider, I had almost fainted.
Oh, the defense's tech gal is Nestor's daughter. Interesting. Okay.
Oh, Katie.
See, Katie should have made the slideshow. She would have done something better than that tripe,
She
I'm
really
sure.
should have, because she did a good job with some other things. Yep, Kouri's house of cards has fallen apart, I think.
We got the jokes, but what if it's a not guilty across the board, you guys? Then what?
I just cannot imagine that they would have agreed upon that this fast. But
Ashley says, why are we beating up on Lewis and not Nestor? Well, specifically today, because Lewis gave the closing, and dear God, it was terrible.
yes, Catherine Nestor is in fact the lead attorney for Tyler Robinson.
Okay, see, I thought
So
that was
we
right.
are
but
not done with her, are we?
nowhere near. Yeah. Of course, with a different team, she could be very different too.
She could. I mean, I think I don't really feel like Lewis was up to
I'm seeing the
up to
judge's
the
head.
game here.
I'm seeing the judge's head.
Are you?
Yeah.
We're back on the record in
Oh, yeah.
231-500139, State of Utah versus Kouri Richins.
Well, maybe she'll
Counsel
go
for
the
the
other way
state and the
so we can
defendant
see
are
her face
present.
better.
Ms. Richins is present as well.
I lost it. How do
The
I?
court is informed that the jury has reached a verdict. I do not know what it is.
There we go.
When I do,
Yes, everyone hold hands.
four-person,
Make a
a
chain.
simple yes or no
Make a
question.
big
Reach a
circle.
unanimous
Big
verdict.
circle, friends.
I expect that person will say yes. I'll ask them to hand the verdict to the bailiff, hand it to me. I will read the verdict. This brings me to important instruction number 1. There can be no outward reactions whatsoever to the verdict.
Thank God
These
we're not in this
folks are
courtroom.
here against their will. They, all the lawyers, Ms. Richins, every attendee, my court staff, the bailiffs, everybody deserves your respect. There simply cannot be any outward reactions. You have to keep your hands folded in your lap. If you feel overcome with emotion, just look down. We cannot have any outward reaction. Second, once the verdict is read and the jury is discharged, you need to stay seated and follow the deputy's instructions about how we will leave the courtroom in an orderly fashion. If anybody in here can't follow these instructions, this is your chance to leave. All right. Fair warning, counsel, Ms. Richins, it is my practice to ask all the lawyers and the defendant to stand in respect for the jury as I read the verdict. I just don't want you to be surprised. Okay. Mr. Bloodworth, are we ready for the jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Lewis?
We are.
All right. I do not. Do you want me to? I can put our instant messenger. Folks, please have a seat as you come in. Please have a seat. Ladies and gentlemen, would the foreperson you've selected please stand? May I ask you a yes or no question? Has the jury reached a unanimous verdict?
Yes, we have.
Would you please hand the verdict form to the deputy, and you can have
Female
a seat. Thank
foreperson.
you.
Yeah.
There's only 2 women on the jury.
I'll take that. All right. Counsel,
Poor
Ms.
Jean.
Richins, please stand. Count 1, aggravated murder. We, the jury, unanimously find that the defendant, Kouri Richins, is guilty of aggravated murder. We, the jury, unanimously agree that the prosecution has proved the following circumstance or circumstances regarding count 1 beyond a reasonable doubt. The homicide was committed for pecuniary gain, and the homicide was committed by means of the administration of any substance administered in a lethal amount, dosage, or quantity. Count 2, attempted aggravated murder. We, the jury, unanimously find that the defendant, Kouri Richins, is guilty of attempted aggravated murder. We, the jury,
That was the
unanimously
diciest
agree
one.
the prosecution has proved the following circumstance or circumstances regarding count 2 beyond a reasonable doubt. The attempted homicide was committed for pecuniary gain. Count 3, insurance fraud. We, the jury, unanimously find that the defendant, Kouri Richins, is guilty of insurance fraud. Count 4, insurance fraud. We, the jury, unanimously find that the defendant, Kouri Richins, is guilty of insurance fraud. Count 5, forgery. We, the jury, unanimously find that the defendant, Kouri Richins, is guilty of forgery. It's signed by the foreperson. Please have a seat. Madam Foreperson, is this the verdict that the jury reached unanimously?
Yes, it is.
Okay, you may have a seat. Ms. Lewis, Ms. Nestor, do you wish the jury to be polled?
Yes, please.
All right. Folks, I'll ask you the same yes or no question, one at a time, starting on my left, working this way. Front row first. If you could show me your lanyard number as I ask you. Juror number 5, is this the verdict you voted in favor of?
Yes.
Juror number 4, is this a verdict you voted in favor of? Juror number 3.
Yes.
I can't see your name, I'm so sorry. The foreperson, I just need to ask you again, I'm sorry. Juror number 2.
Yes, it is.
Juror number 1.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir. Juror number 8.
Yes.
Juror number 7.
Yes.
Juror number 6.
Yes.
All right. Counsel, is there anything further on this case before the jury is discharged? Mr. Bloodworth.
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Ms. Lewis?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this trial is now finished. Thank you for your service. The American system of justice relies on your time and your sound judgment, and you have been generous with both. You serve justice by your fair and impartial decision. All of my previous admonitions are now lifted. You may speak about this case with anyone or with no one at all. It is entirely up to you. You might be contacted in the future by the press or by the lawyers. You do not have to talk with them or with anyone else, but you may if you would like. The choice is yours entirely. I'm now turning to the attorneys. and instructing them to honor your wishes as officers of the court if you indicate that you do not want to talk about this case. If you do talk about the case, please respect the privacy of your fellow jurors. The confidences they may have shared with you during deliberation are not yours to share with others. Thank you, all of you, for your service. Please rise for the jury. All right, please have a seat. Ms. Lewis, we need to get a pre-sentence investigation report, and we need to set sentencing. I imagine, Mr. Bloodworth, that the state would request that that be special set.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Lewis, does defendant waive the 45-day limit for sentencing?
Yes, we will.
All right. Let me call up my calendar. Should we be looking in May, Ms. Lewis?
That's fine.
Do you have a sense of it, Mr. Bloodworth? April is not possible. In May, do you have a sense of when would be appropriate?
Your Honor, can I step back and talk to the victim's family?
Sure. And Ms. Lewis, if you need a moment to confer with anyone.
Your Honor, any day in May works.
Without having to move something, which I am, of course, willing to do, I could do it during the week of May 25 or the morning of May 13. But if those times don't work, or if the week of May 25 is too far out, I'll move something to accommodate council schedules. Ms. Lewis, why don't I begin with you?
Either of those days would work for the defense.
Is a morning enough time?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Lewis?
Yes.
Okay. We'll set sentencing for 9:30 a.m. Wednesday, May 13. We're hereby referring Ms. Richins for the preparation of a pre-sentence investigation report. Ms. Lewis, anything else on the record today?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Bloodworth?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Richins, I'll see you again, May 13, 9:30 a.m. I need everyone to stay seated, follow the instructions of the Summit County deputies. The court is in recess. Travel safely.
Well, there you have it.
Wowza. Well, you know, Utah does their sentencing really super weird.
Yes, they do.
But it is May 13th, and we'll see. But again, Kouri also is still facing 26 financial crimes, charges for 26 financial crimes that hasn't even been set yet. She was charged with those back in June of 2025, so it could be another year before that gets to trial. But if it even goes to trial, who knows? But whew, what a deal.
Wild. Sorry, I'm just trying to end the other stream too.
Kristi's trying to manage our tech, and I'm sitting here doing nothing.
It's a bit crazy making.
Yeah.
But yeah, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I don't think they're wrong. This was a lot
me
more.
neither.
This was a lot more circumstantial evidence than I like to see in a murder like this. But you know what? Something that the prosecutor said in that hearing that really, oh, thank you, Kristi. The super chat is on. We appreciate you all so much. Anytime you choose to tip us, it does really help us. So the super chat is on here on YouTube. Not required, but very much appreciated. One of the things that they argued in that hearing today was that the prosecutor had said it doesn't matter if it was fentanyl.
Right.
Any illicit drug that Kouri Richins bought for this purpose makes her guilty.
Right.
And of course, the defense had a lot to say about that. But I realized that it's true. The intent was to buy an opioid, to kill him, and get the money.
Yep.
Did it matter that it was fentanyl versus another drug that did the same thing?
Right.
No, it actually did not. And that helped me because it's been kind of iffy on the fentanyl, for sure, how that all worked out. But you know what? He's correct. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Because it is about, her intent was to buy the drug, administer the drug to poison him, kill him, and get the money.
Right.
Yeah.
That's where it was at. Oh,
Yeah.
you guys are amazing.
Thank you all so much.
Andy, Joanne, Kristi. I feel like I'm missing somebody.
Andy says, quite frankly, Judge, I'm doing my best. Thank you,
Becky.
for
Thank
a
you,
John
Becky.
Pryor quote. We always appreciate that.
That's so funny.
Oh,
You
Lordy.
guys are amazing. Thank you so much.
You are. Thank you all so much. So,
What an experience. I will say this.
Yeah.
I would love to see another trial where Ramos is representing. I'd really like to see him
mhm.
like on his own or in a different capacity and see what he actually can do. I think he was undersold in this or underutilized in this trial, and I suspect that there's a good attorney in there and that he
Yeah, I think he's going places.
I do too. I wouldn't be surprised to see him again. I don't care if I never see Lewis again, ever. Thank you, Jackie and Goldie. And we're definitely going to see Nestor again. And I would see Judge Bresky, or not Bresky, what am I talking about? Judge
Mrazek.
Mrazek.
It's me that usually can't remember his name.
I know.
Mrazek.
Honestly, I would, oh, thank you, Macy. Yeah, I would see Judge Mrazek any day of the week. Yeah.
Yeah, he was amazing. And honestly, I would take him over Judge Graff and Tyler Robinson any day. Judge Graff's bishop's voice absolutely drives me bonkers. And everybody else says it puts him to sleep.
Yeah.
It is very quiet and slow and calm all the time, like this. Oh my God!
I'm sure it has its merits, but come on, man.
Oh my God!
I have
right?
loved this judge, though. I thought he was so good. I think
Really,
he's
he
managed
was
everyone
amazing.
as fairly as he possibly could. He's been
Yeah.
incredibly patient. He's literally been teaching law school. Thank you, Mary. It was not Nestor's finest hour. I agree. And maybe Nestor is better than this too. I don't know.
I mean, we did discover that Nestor is in fact not the lead attorney on Kouri's case, that it was Lewis who was the lead. And so Nestor was doing things along with what Lewis wanted, which I think is interesting. Seeing her take the lead in Tyler Robinson, I'm very curious about, to see if we see a different Nestor.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm very curious about what's that going to be like.
I got kicked out of a Facebook group this weekend over this case.
Oh, did you get kicked out?
I did. Yeah. Thank you, Cherish, so much. You guys listen. I don't use. Oh, Cherish says
Nerdy,
go buy
thank
yourselves
you.
a nice bamboo shirt. So
Thank
funny.
you.
Well, I always join a group or two when we start a case because a lot of times you have locals in there, that have some pretty good insights. So I want to see what they have to say and what they know. But you always get people that join these groups that have never followed a case before. They do not know shit about the justice system. They've never followed a trial before. So they get mad about the craziest stuff and, these things. So I don't ever comment in groups like that ever. I'm a lurker is what I'm doing, right? So, but this group has really troubled me. First of all, in the way they absolutely constantly attack Nestor's weight. I mean, come on, get some new material for Christ's sake. That's the
Absolutely.
lowest hanging fruit you could possibly snatch up, to just yell out the obvious about somebody. It just drives me absolutely crazy. But I still haven't said anything because I'm not doing internet fights because it's not worth it. But this weekend, this woman just really went after Katie Richins about how she has watched her testimony a couple of times now, and what a liar she is and what a jerk she is, and that face of hers, she can't stand seeing it. And she just really went after her. And I commented because I was tired of it and said, it's really gross to attack the victim's family. Because it is. Leave her alone. And she didn't like that. And she let me know that this is a discussion group and people can discuss. And if I don't like it, I should scroll on. And I said, yes, well, I am discussing how your opinion is gross. I don't know if she was a mod or what, but I got kicked out of the group for that.
Yes. By director said, were you being an unapologetic pot stirrer?
Yes, I was.
Thank you, Rocky. Thank you guys so
thank you,
much.
Rocky. How sweet. Yeah, I don't really. Well, she commented 3 more times and I didn't even read them because I'm said what I said. I'm 10 tones down on this. I don't need to say anything else. And then pretty soon I wasn't in the group anymore, which I don't care. It doesn't faze me at all. But
Case is over.
Don't attack the victim's family. Come on.
No, gross. What the hell? Come on. Have some class.
Yep. I don't feel bad about it.
I mean, honestly,
I
don't
kind of
think
do
that
because there were a lot of people in that group that thought she was innocent. A lot of Richins family trolls not Richins, sorry, Darden family trolls in that group. And I really would kind of like to watch them cry right now, but it's okay. I can get over it. It's fine.
Boy.
Petty asshole right here.
Honestly, if it weren't for Katie and her work with the private detective, this case would never have been solved.
That's
honestly.
correct. That's actually something that Lewis brought up several times today in her closing. And I thought, isn't it funny how sometimes you see defense attorneys, that are so bitter that a case got solved or potentially solved. They're so bitter that some evidence was found that implicates their client, that they bring it up to the jury like they're going to join them in being pissed off about it. And they're not, because they're citizens of the world or of the county or of the community. Thank you, Aaron. And they're not mad about it because they're like, well, I mean, if she did it, then... But yeah, Lewis hit on that several times today, that if it wasn't for the private detective, and she worked really hard to make it seem like everything he did was wrong. He never broke the law. He didn't do anything wrong. Not at all.
No, and he very much helped solve this case.
She kept trying to confuse the jury about what his rights and responsibilities and roles are versus the police. Yeah.
Well, and just the how dare you investigate my client. It was a lot of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Did you guys see during the proceeding we just watched, Katie, she looked like
Yes,
a different woman
she did.
after the reading
She
of the
lost that
verdict.
really intense look on her face, didn't she?
Yeah, and then the tightness in her eyes, that had her eyes just sunken. Yeah,
Yeah,
she looked like a new woman.
she
All the
did.
tension left her. Oh,
Thank you all so
I
much.
don't want to get your name wrong. Merid? Mare. I'm just going to call you Mare. Thank you very much. Right, asking the jury to ignore the evidence because it made her client look guilty. Definitely. Thank you, Kelly. My
Yeah,
gosh, you
there was a
guys.
whole lot
We're
of
going to be able to
that,
buy
and it
2 bamboo shirts at this rate.
we'll be bulletproof for life.
Yes. Well, right. It's a good point. The Pretty Patrick show said, I'll bet a weight was really lifted knowing she was being taken seriously, right? Yeah.
Well, and
Yeah.
also feeling like she doesn't have to fight. And I mean, think about it now. The civil suits that are going on in regards to the trust and the estate and all of that. Well, the Slayer rule kicks in, and so Kouri can't sue for shit now,
No, that's going to change
which
all of
is
this.
good news. You
And
know,
then,
oh, go
I mean,
ahead.
I was just going to say, they've had to hack at that trust a little bit, spend some money out of it to represent the trust and for the private investigator and things. And that's all money that will go now. The rest of it will be held and be for the care of the Richins, the Richins boys, and also for their futures. I mean, it
Yeah.
sucks that for the trust, they've had to spend a good chunk of change defending the trust with attorneys and with the private investigator, but it got us here.
Yeah.
Yep.
It did, and that made it worth all of this, I think,
Yep.
because that's
Right,
all Eric
Kristi?
wanted. Was to
Divorce and
protect his
bankruptcy
boys.
would have made it so much easier and legal, right?
Yeah.
This could have been so different. And we wouldn't have
It
ever even
really
known
could have.
Kouri's name. And that would have been fine. And then her kids would still have a dad and a mom. Because she robbed her kids of having any parents.
Yeah, she did.
Except for a really loving set of family on their dad's side that'll take care of them.
Also, did you know that May 13th, the sentencing is Eric's birthday?
Is it really? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Oh, that's
So
cool.
he would have been 44. Right? Just get a divorce. Why does it always have to come to this?
Red said she got that sticker out of our merch store, the Just Get a Divorce
Oh,
sticker.
yes.
That's
Yeah.
a good one. Accusations about Lisa Darden and the trust. I don't know about that. I'm not sure. I know there's accusations about Lisa Darden and a past partner who died of an OD.
Yes.
And then that's rumors, but no, I mean it did happen, but like she's not being investigated that I'm aware of or anything like that. But
no, she wasn't investigated, but many people really question that now.
mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well,
right. Brandon says we would know her as an amazing, talented writer.
well, that ghostwriter did a pretty good job, at least, huh?
Right.
Oh man. Well, friends, thank you for being here with us through this whole process. You know how it is to follow a trial. It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And we appreciate you so much. And honestly, because we're enjoying this so much, we are going to start covering many more trials over on the Trials channel. They won't all be with this much coverage on this channel. They may, a lot of times they will likely be updated here periodically, but over on the other trials, on the Trials channel, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do summaries on breaks.
Mm-hmm.
So I will pop in on some breaks and be like, okay, here's everything that just happened. And then I will be posting those videos. And so there will still be ways to stay up with those trials, but they won't always take over everything here because we really struggle here on True Crime Squad. When we're on a trial, we're missing
everything else.
everything else. And that's a real bummer. And so we want to be able to do both. And I think we've figured out a way to do that. And so I think the rest of this week, I don't have anything on the Trials channel, although I am going to be posting a lot of. I have made so much media over so many trials that we have followed that I think I'm going to start putting up over on the Trials channel. So if you want to watch Lori Vallow's closing statement on something or whatever, it's all going to show up over there because I have it all. So I can only post 15 videos a day, to be perfectly honest. So it's going to take me some time, but I am going to update that channel with a lot of information from a lot of other trials as well, because we have it all.
Yeah.
And now that we have a trial focused channel, I
Yeah.
think that'll be great.
And if you ever wake up one morning wondering if Jesus knows Lori, you can go ahead and go watch that, and then you'll know.
You can.
You'll know.
And that's weird. That's crazy. But I will tell you that our next trial will be starting next Monday, the 23rd, and that is the Kelsey Fitzsimmons trial. Some of you have requested that. It is quite a case. We will cover it heavily this week here on an episode to get you up to speed on what's happening, what is that case, and what's going on with it. And then we will live stream that trial next week. And if you have other suggestions, please pass them along. I'm always looking for things. We'll be streaming all the hearings over there on the Trials channel. So if there's a hearing for Tyler Robinson, or like the Brendan Banfield sentencing is coming up on May 8th, we will stream that over there. We'll be doing a lot of stuff.
And then there's still a few trials this year that we will cover in earnest, that we will stream every day and then do a nightly recap for. And that, at this point at least, will be, we'll have more few in October. But if that happens in October, I'm going to be super surprised. But that's very more few.
Yeah.
Then we'll have, but earlier this summer, we'll have, they're both Utah. Help me out. Where's our
Shanna
calendar?
Fernandez?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's not Utah. Yeah. We'll have Shanna Fernandez Gardner, or Gardner Fernandez, and her husband. I think his name is Mario, in August. And then we'll have the girl from Utah that shot her husband, and her parents helped her clean up, and she put him maybe in the roof rack thing. Why can't I say her name?
I don't know, but I know what you mean. We've got that one coming up.
And that's coming up in June. Yeah.
Yeah. Also coming up, I think in May, is Daniel Rodimer, who killed, who is going on trial for the murder of Christopher Tapp.
Yeah.
That is, in fact, a very local case for us, and a kind of a near and dear because of Chris Tapp's life. So
we're going to cover the hell out of that one.
We will be covering that one. Yep. We will be streaming that. So we're going to keep you up to date, but keep an eye on both channels. Because we've got things.
Jennifer Gladhill.
Jennifer Gladhill. Thank you.
I order it, and then it comes when it wants to. It shows up.
Yes.
Yes.
The delivery boy is a little late.
Yeah.
I hear you. I have the same problem. But anyway, we'll be sharing all of this. We'll also be sharing this over in the Discord. So join us on Discord.
Yeah.
If you haven't joined us on Discord before, I gotta fix it. For some reason, we don't have a link on our website right now. I'm gonna fix that tonight.
Okay.
But at truecrimesquad.com, you will be able to join our Discord. We have a great Discord. So please come join us. We have a lot of fun over there. It's so many awesome people. Will we be covering when Chad and Lori are raptured?
Yeah, we check
By hell we will.
raptured.com every day to find out. So far, not so good, but when they get there, you'll be the first to know.
Yeah. Can we keep an eye out in May 26th for the Elijah View case? Oh, yes, he was the 3-year-old from Wisconsin, murdered allegedly by his mother and her boyfriend. Yes, we have followed that case. So I will look and see. I just have to start looking at how things are going to line up time-wise. But yes, we have followed Elijah View in the past. So we will. And yes, definitely any rapturing of the Vallow Daybell clan, we will let you know.
Yeah. I'm kind of excited to get back to our regular schedule too, because there's been a lot of crime happening here that we haven't had time to get to, but we have a missing child. A friend of ours from high school has a missing child in Salt Lake City, so we're going to tell you about that tomorrow,
Yeah.
as well as a lot of other crazy things that have been going on. So
Yeah.
we'll get back to our regular schedule tomorrow.
Including
So,
the Fitzsimmons case so that we can be ready for the trial next week.
yes. So 3 p.m. tomorrow, Mountain Time, Mountain Daylight Time, and then 6 p.m. on Wednesday. Wednesday night is also the watch party. It is not scheduled yet, but it will be by tomorrow, so we can tell you what the watch party is going to be. And then, of course, 3 p.m. on Thursday. So
Yeah.
there's still a lot to come from us this week, back to our regular
there
schedule and regular occurring events. Yeah.
Most definitely. And if you are not a part of the Super Squad and want to be, now is a great time to go to truecrimesquad.com. It's right there, first thing on the page. You get 2 bonus episodes a month. You get to attend the watch party with us, which is a live chat while we all watch Netflix together. You get access to the Secret Archives, which is 5 years worth of Patreon content, and 20% off merch forever.
Yeah.
So
lots of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So go join us over there if you want to. That's our bonus stuff. That really does help support us, keep us doing what we love to do as well. And you know what? We love being here. We appreciate you all so very much. And you know what? We are the True Crime Squad. Thanks for being
Thanks
here.
for being here.
Join the Super Squad, bonus laughs, deeper clues, same sharp slews, just extra clues.